Good day, dear friends. This is the 7th part of the antidepressant course. I cannot avoid touching on the topic of depression propaganda. This is a very important topic in the mass media that is currently ongoing. We won't discuss who benefits from this and why. From previous videos, you know that there is an experience of depression. This is sadness, melancholy, experienced in the past, starting from early childhood up to the present moment. That is precisely why you fall into depression. There are also situations that help you enter this very depression. In other words, there is experience, and there are life situations that trigger the mechanism of depression. Let me remind you, there is personal experience and there is someone else's. And here, out of habit, we look at our surroundings, at close people, at what we watched on television, what you watch on the internet. Surely, you have heard that depression is now one of the most common diseases on the planet, and the trend is only increasing worldwide. What is happening now on television and the internet is emotional incontinence. This is the incontinence of one's own experiences and feelings. This is anger, joy, disappointment, vivid joy. We see all this on the internet, in shows, in the media, and so on. Psychologists recommend not keeping negative emotions inside. Well, that's true. And all talk shows have scenes of emotional incontinence, especially those scenes that aimed at viewers aged 16 to 25. Limited. There are no restrictions on actions. They can get angry, throw things, swear, hit each other. But the brain's ability to remember everything. And there is nothing that, once it enters your brain, does not affect it. Remember this, my friends. The brain is constantly learning. The brain is constantly learning. What you listen to, what you see. You need to filter the information that comes to you. With the help of mass media, with the help of music, even the same, you can program yourself. With the help of a negative environment. The more you watch stories with emotional incontinence, the more the brain will enter this state. Returning to the topic, that you should not suppress the feelings that arise in your head. You need to understand where they come from and where the brain learned to react this way. Why is there so much depression now? Because the viewer is oversaturated with various shows or series and emotional experiences, and imitates this, remembers and imitates these states in their life. From the screens, various experiences and sufferings are dumped on us. Now bloggers and others cry, laugh, suffer, and on the contrary, rejoice in public. All this leads to a massive increase in depression worldwide, which they propose to treat immediately with antidepressants. Genuine expressions of love are replaced by false displays of fake emotions. You are constantly being told from everywhere that experiencing depression is normal, that reacting emotionally, it's normal. Go to YouTube and you will see that trending at the top are videos of excessive emotional outbursts. These are boxing matches, various talk shows, some extreme sports. This actually stimulates weakness of character, encourages the production of hormones. You react, and immediately your brain remembers what it sees. I'm not saying you shouldn't cry at tragic events in life. I'm just asking you not to waste your nervous system on situations that don't require excessive emotionality. Negative emotions can be released through sports. Walks, and engaging in interesting activities. You need to start by studying your feelings and your brain's reaction to various events. And narcissism is stimulated by such viewings and by such social networks. And when you don't get it, meaning you see there that everyone has everything, you have nothing, yes, you are also worthy, they tell you you are worthy, try to do this, that, move forward, but you can't succeed. And of course, you experience a state of depression. You get up and walk on feeling empty. Today it didn't work out, tomorrow it didn't work out. And these very social networks, they stimulate the development of a state of depression. I want you to understand that depression is propagated by television and stimulated by social networks. Here, there is the propaganda of self-destruction. In fact, it is so. Remember this. If you want to get out of depression, always analyze what you and your brain are watching and letting in. Always pay attention to this, friends. And we will meet you in the next video.